Hello everybody, today I'm going to be doing a video on something that I have actually done before. I did do it on my old channel, so for those of you that have seen it, you don't have to watch this video, but you can because I am going to be talking about a few different things. It was on my old channel, but for those of you that don't know, my old channel was deleted, unfortunately. So I wanted to do it on this channel simply because that video got a lot of views from people, and even like 4 months after I uploaded it, there was still people commenting about their experiences with it, about whether they've suffered from it or whether they are suffering from it, and there was massive long paragraphs from people, and that is what I love to see, massive long paragraphs that I can read, reply to, talk to people about it. And obviously not all of my viewers will suffer from this or know that, so it is something that won't initially have people commenting about their experiences, but I just want to have it sat there on my channel as a little bit of a different video. So I'm going to be talking about selective mutism, what it is, why it links to me 100%, and just about the things that over time I want to share in terms of that. So I did actually do a speaking and listening exam on this topic, so I've done a lot of research into it, so I do feel like I have some facts and things to share about it. But basically it's an anxiety disorder where a person who usually is able to talk with their family, and when I say family I mean mum, dad, brother, that's my family, and my nana and granddad, completely fine talking to them. But when it comes to talking to people like teachers or even people at school, there were certain friends where, yeah, I'll be completely fine talking to them, but there'd be other people where I would not be able to talk to them, or just completely random strangers, family friends, even certain members of the family, aunties, uncles and things like that, where I would not want to talk to them because I'd feel like I can't talk to them. And it's a very strange feeling, but when you actually come to talking to this person, you feel like you can't do it. And I know why. When I was doing my research into selective mutism, I wasn't 100% sure why I wasn't talking or why I would not want to talk, but now I've started to realise that it's definitely a self-confidence thing. I feel like I didn't have any self-confidence, that you sort of doubt yourself in every way, and when talking to somebody and they say hello, I don't want to say hello back in case I say it wrong, or I say wrong, I mean like say it weirdly. It's really hard to explain, but it's definitely a self-confidence thing. Or you will walk into a shop and not want to go to the till and buy something because you'd be scared that you would get it wrong, or that you've added the amount up wrong, and there'll be that constant fear that you would be faced with that person and you would not be able, I wouldn't be able to say a thing to them. People would come up to me and say hello and I would laugh, like I'd be just like, and that is my way of saying hello because I can't speak. And people think sometimes that it's about you not wanting to speak, when actually it's about not being able to say the words. And there has been some people in the past that are like, they'll say hello and then I'll laugh and they'll be like hello, so then it'll almost force me into like saying hello, but I'll be very, very scared, and I would absolutely hate that situation 100%. People in my family, and I'm not blaming them for this, would try and make me go out and meet people and talk to people, and they would think that that would be helping me, so talking to people about it, when actually putting somebody with this condition in a situation where they have to talk to them no matter what makes them feel like they're being pressured, makes them feel like they're being forced into a situation, and makes them feel like they don't have control of it. And I know now that having control of the situation is 100% what made me get better. Because as you get older, you have more responsibility, you stop relying on people as much, and that made me realise that actually, if I don't want to do something, that I don't have to. And I knew in myself that I wanted to do these things, and that I wanted to say hello to these people, I wanted to go to the till and buy something. So in myself, I would challenge myself to do these things, but very slowly. And I knew in the back of my mind that it's because I am controlling what I'm doing. I can stop myself if I need to. I can say, no, I don't want to do this, put the stuff down and walk out. And that is what I like, and that is what made me better, because over time I would do these things and I'd be like, yay, I've done that now, it wasn't that bad, okay. However, if somebody was forcing me to do that, I would feel pressured into that, and when the situation comes, I will feel very scared. And then once it's happened, I would hate the situation purely based on the fact that I've been pressured into doing that. I have told a few people at school that I did suffer from this, and some of them who would have known me from when I was younger will know exactly what I was like and they will understand it, but I still think that quite a few people that I've told don't really quite understand what I mean, because they know me now as being quite a confident person. I say confident, sometimes I'm really not, but most of the time I am. I'm quite chatty. I like talking about things. I like YouTube videos, you know, I'm very confident when I'm on my YouTube videos, but they won't know me back then and they probably won't quite understand what I mean. But this was from the age of, I would say, 3 years old. You know, I can remember back then all the way up until, I would say, now. Because even now there is times where I am faced with a situation where I suddenly think, I can't do that. I just can't do that. I can't go into that room, or I can't walk into that classroom because those people are in there. And it's not a fact of I don't want to, it's a fact of I feel like I can't. And that's the difference between somebody who doesn't have selective mutism and somebody who does, or anxiety-based things. Some people don't want to walk into a room because there's people in there that they don't like, maybe, or somebody that has selective mutism or an anxiety who actually physically cannot walk into that room. Like, there's a barrier, you just can't. It's not a choice, I'm telling you that now. I just really wanted to make this video based on that, and I can't really give advice to people with it because I don't know what helped me. I think it's just having more independence, people letting you have the independence. I know I didn't actually get like help, like I didn't have like professional help. I know that I did go out of classrooms sometimes to like play games with people I knew. Recently I did watch a video that Saffron Barker did, I don't know if any of you have seen it, based on mental health in children, and I really thought that was quite an important video because a lot of people don't understand that a lot of children have like mental health problems. And yes, I think it's way more recognisable in adults because I think the adult themselves recognises that something's wrong and they can try and get help and they can talk to people, you know, if they want to or if they're able to. Whereas for a child, they don't know that something's wrong. I didn't know that something was wrong with me. I thought, you know, I'd look at the people and I would think, you know, why are they like different, or why are they so confident? I thought, is that just, am I just different, you know, am I just a shy person? But I don't think you can really get shy people without there being an issue there, because yeah, you can be a bit shy at times, but I think having a whole shy person, like always being quite shy, there's obviously something there that stops them from talking, and I think that's definitely a self-confidence thing and a lack of self-confidence. Since I've started wearing makeup, since I've started buying my own clothes and wearing the things I want to, and getting inspiration from people on YouTube and seeing people on YouTube being confident and doing things that they can, definitely helped me to become more confident, realising that actually when you talk to somebody, that even if you say something weird, you just laugh, you just go, I am sorry, I am just completely weird, and it's fine. And even if they go to you and they say, you're stupid, you're an idiot, you know, you just kind of fight back a little bit, or you just walk off. That is the kind of personality that I have now. I don't like when I see that somebody is being sort of nasty to somebody else or making like nasty comments. I instantly am up there trying to see what's going on in the situation, and I want to defend them because I know that often people can't defend themselves, and I want to be able to do that. And if somebody says something horrible to me, which they don't usually, like I don't usually get any horrible comments, then I will straight away defend myself 100%. I'm not going to sit there and let them do that, because that's just the way I've trained myself now. I'm going to say something back. Going back to the children having like mental health issues, there could be a lot of children, and there is a lot of children out there that are like sat there going about their everyday life, suffering, and not knowing, because when I was younger, I will tell you this, I didn't like my childhood. I really didn't like my childhood, and I hated going to school. I hated going out to places. I hated going to meet people, or even family events. I didn't like them either, because it meant that I had to talk. It meant that I had to interact. I felt like people were judging me. I think mental health for me was mainly linked to a lack of self-confidence, thinking that people were judging me. People would make comments on me, you know, family members, without even knowing it, and I would hate it. It would make me feel like I'm different to everybody else, and that didn't help. And I think that if somebody feels like they're overweight themselves, you don't need to tell that to them, because I'm sure they know. And especially if they're a child, they don't want that kind of hovering over their life. And also I would say that events like sports day was something that I would continuously worry about every day. And I would sit in the evenings crying, worrying about that, because that is a situation where centre of attention is on you. And that is not what I want. I don't want everyone to be staring at me. I didn't want everyone to be looking at me. And that is the day when that would happen. So I would dread that day. It's not about me hating sports. It's not about me hating doing activities or the situation. It's about me hating people looking at me. And I think it's more about people judging me. Like, I feel like there's a lot of judging in the world, you know, just like little things, and that is what it was all about. I hated knowing that people were judging me, and I would know that. And what makes it even worse is the fact that when you can't talk in those situations, you know that they will judge you even more, and that they'll be thinking, why is this person not talking? And you feel like you're completely separate to everybody else, like completely separate. I remember when I was in I say nursery, but kind of like playgroup. Sorry, my foot's numb. And I can't remember saying a thing. Like, I can't remember talking. All I can remember is seeing things going on. It's almost as if I was like watching a play or something, or, you know, TV. I couldn't talk. I couldn't interact with these people. It's one of the weirdest things ever. And I also remember getting told off as well. And I have absolutely no, like, there's some memories that just stick in your head, and that is one of them. In fact, that is one of my main memories, is where I got told off. They said, go and sit in the corner, and I had no idea why. Now, I'd be like, why the hell? Why are you telling me off? I'd be like, answering back. And I know you shouldn't do that, but if you don't know why something's happened, you need to get it sorted, okay? If you know why you've been put wherever you've been put, then that is fine. And you just go. But if you don't, then you do answer back. That's my little thing. Now, whenever I see shy people, or whenever I see children that are quite shy, I feel very sorry for them, because I know what it feels like. And I just want people and teachers and parents to like recognise when the child has an issue, because I feel like if you suffer from something like that as a child, it will affect you for the rest of your life, because not only like will you just think, not only will you come into situations that are quite similar, and sort of like, even now, you know, some situations I feel like I can't do them, but also you'll have memories of not a very good childhood. And I think if you understand that what your child's going through, or you understand the condition, then you're able to try and help them and understand what they're thinking, and instead of forcing them into situations, instead of pushing them into things that they feel uncomfortable with, you have to let them think, and you have to let them know that it's up to them, that it's their decision. And I know that as a child, you don't really, you know, it's quite easy for them to sort of get trapped into a corner and think, okay, fine, I won't do it then, I won't go, I won't do this. But it's a way of sort of letting them know that we do really need to do this, but if you don't want to, then that is completely fine. We'll go and do this instead, okay, or we'll go home. And I think that's what it's all about. I remember going to swimming lessons, and I hated it. And I think the main thing is that, you know, although that's good for me, and although, you know, swimming's good for you, I don't want to have to worry from Monday all the way up to Sunday because I have swimming on Sunday. I don't want to worry my whole life just for this event that I really don't need to do. I can go swimming with my family. It's about that. I think at the end of the day, you've got to think, will this make their life very miserable? Yes. I look back and I think I didn't enjoy that. I didn't like every day. Looking back on my childhood, I hate looking back on my childhood because there's not that many, you know, there's memories that I like, but at the same time I know that although things I've done I've enjoyed, at the back of my mind I would still be quite scared at the same time, and I don't like having those kind of memories, so I tend to block that out. Talking about now and how I am now, I am very happy now. This is like the best time of my life. I am doing YouTube videos, I am doing good at school, I say good, I'm doing okay. I've got some good friends, I go out and about, you know, I just do what I want, and I think it's because I've just got that confidence where I'm just like, I'm going to do that. I do remain quite quiet still at school because I do like to just get on with the work rather than just start be loud, and I hate loud people. Like when they're loud, I'm just like, please be quiet, because you don't need to be that loud, and it just makes me realise that maybe I should just be quiet. And I just feel like I don't need to talk, you know. And also when I'm doing presentations and things, and when I'm doing like talking to people, I always pretend that I'm something else. Like I don't pretend I'm somebody else, I pretend I'm something else. I pretend that I'm an amazing person. Like when I'm giving a presentation, I pretend that I'm this amazing person that's really confident, that's almost like everyone looks up to me. That's who I pretend I am, and it makes me feel so much more confident, and I just completely get on with it. Like just pretend that you are, and it makes me feel so much better. So a little tip for you, just pretend you're amazing. Just think, I'm amazing, everybody loves me, and therefore no matter what happens, everyone loves me. I'm amazing. So this is sort of the end of this video. If you have suffered from selective mutism, or if you know anybody that has, then please do comment down below in the comments about your story and everything, because I really do want to read them and hear about them. Give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next one.